This is the Rise protocol or Rise token platform. And I really like their catchphrase here, Rise with us. And they state that they are the most agile, future-proof, and feature-optimized synthetic rebase protocol that is built to last. So let's go ahead and talk about why they are built to last, and let's decide if that is the case or not. They are listed on Uniswap as they are a ERC20 token, and they have a very robust dashboard, which we are going to take a look at towards the end of this review. And actually, compared to some of the other dashboards I've seen, their dashboard's got a lot of really cool features and data for you to go ahead and make good decisions while investing. And of course, their light paper. Light papers are awesome to read because it breaks everything down in a very concise and short manner, because some white papers are like 20 to 30 pages long and they are super tech heavy. But you may be thinking, I'm not tech heavy, Wendy, but I want to make money. And that's fine too. You don't have to be super tech heavy to make money in crypto, just as long as you're able to manage risk and understand the basics of what these projects do. And of course, make sure that they're a good fit for you and your investing or trading strategy. Let's talk a little bit more about the Rise protocol fundamentals. So they are a hybrid rebase model, and this means that the supply adjusts only after 3 days of 5% below its peg. They offer an instant yield generation, which is also known as frictionless yield, which we'll touch on in a second. They have supermassive black hole deflationary mechanisms. Deflationary is a key word, you guys. It's important to pay attention. And when we further go and analyze this platform and their token, we're going to see if they're actually deflationary. Deflationary means that the supply is going to decrease and demand should go up. They also have auto-liquidity function, which is a portion of each cell is permanently locked into liquidity. This part I like because liquidity is a massive problem in the DeFi space. If a project does not have liquidity, if it doesn't have volume, if it doesn't have people interacting with the protocol, then it is very, very hard to obtain value. So the fact that they have an auto-liquidity function is extremely important, and that this is automatically done and every single cell, a portion of it is permanently locked. This is a win for me. I like that. And they also have auto liquidity reward distribution. And that's for those of you who are staking or farming or however that is going to work. And we will discuss that further. So let's talk a little bit more about some of the other fundamentals as stated here. So they are a Rebase token. It was initially pegged to Ethereum with powerful submissive black hole deflationary mechanism, but they are going to go ahead and modify this in the future, and it's going to be fully adaptable to changing markets and investor behavior, pegged being changed to any asset or asset classes, Bitcoin, DOT, Link, USDC, and in the future, this will be controlled through governance. The reason why I like this is great for me because, again, different cryptocurrencies have different market patterns. So in the beginning, I said you were able to pick what you were going to be able to peg it to, but it's actually going to be controlled through governance. So it's going to be a community effort. And this I like. I like projects with strong community backwards. They have frictionless yield. 2% of every transaction except buys is instantly and automatically distributed to all Rise holders. You will see your wallet balance increase with each transaction. So that is a way to earn passive income. And the way that I would play this, if you're not planning on actively trading it, you would want to keep a moon bag designated to earn this frictionless yield. Again, 2% of every transaction except buys. Auto liquidity generation, 1% of every cell is permanently locked into liquidity. We touched on this already. I love it. And it also adds increasing liquidity and sell floor. So sell floor is going to be important. We'll discuss that a little bit later. Liquidity provider rewards. 1% of every cell is automatically distributed to the liquidity providers as a reward. So if you're providing liquidity in the Uniswap LP tokens, will automatically increase value over time. So again, you want to play this and use your moonbag to go ahead and provide to liquidity. And it's also a good area of passive income you can go ahead and earn. So if you guys like the aspect of rebase tokens, dynamic pegs, frictionless yield, auto liquidity generation, and liquidity provider rewards, and this makes sense to you, it makes sense with your portfolio, you can go ahead and purchase it via Uniswap. The token was available for purchase since February 11th, and we are a little bit past that now as we are currently in March. So this aspect is going to be a little bit tech heavy, so I promise to go through it as tech light as possible. They state the ultimate synthetic asset. Rise protocol is the world's most advanced rebase token. It was initially pegged to 0.01 ETH, and it has the ability through governance to adapt to be dynamically pegged to any asset class depending on the investor and market. We talked about this in the beginning. So whatever asset it's going to be pegged to, it's going to be done through the community. The community has to decide, which I think is really, really cool. Another important aspect, the token adjustment, the rebasing occurs daily at 20 UTC. If the price of Rise is above the peg, then due to its price elastic supply, a rebase occurs, meaning that the holders will automatically receive more tokens in their wallet. If at 20 UTC, the price of Rise is 5% below the peg for the 3 consecutive days, then a supply adjustment will occur. This reduces the number of tokens in your wallet, but increases their value. Your total wallet value will be the same after the supply adjustment. So they're basically rebalancing your portfolio for you, your long-term holds, and this actually makes it kind of easy. There's actually a lot of portfolio services or products available that automatically readjust or rebalance your portfolio, and they're doing exactly this reason, but you actually have to pay for those. But Rise protocol is going to go ahead and take care of it for you. Again, there is some risk associated, and just before you decide to invest in this, make sure you understand what the risk is. Let's talk a little bit about the deflationary mechanism, because I said I would come back to this and decide if this was actually a deflationary project. So they state here, they have powerful deflationary mechanisms in place to maintain the value of Rise to peg with the introduction of a supermassive black hole. It is viewable in the burn address, and it grows in size over time through dedicated burns from each transaction and frictionless yield. So again, you guys, they're burning every single parts of every single transaction, which I think is great. Another thing that the black hole does is that it scales with rebasing. 1% of each sale is sent to the supermassive black hole. As the hole grows larger, the deflationary effects also grow larger, creating a feedback loop that exponentially scales the deflationary effect over time. And then down over here it says, by owning the Rise tokens, you will receive rewards directly into your wallet. Effortless frictionless yield aggregation automatically sends percentage of every transaction to the holders. We talked about that. I think it's great. Now let's talk about the automatic distribution. So the automatic distribution is going to be for rewards for liquidity providers. Again, if you want to be a liquidity provider, I think it's great, but understand you should use your moon bag for this, because there are always risks associated, even though it is a rebasing token and it is supposed to automatically go up and down and fluctuate. But always use a moon bag just in case. So the rewards are going to be automatically distributed to LP token holders, so there's no need to stake your LP tokens. You hold them on the Uniswap's liquidity pool, and the tokens will be sent to your wallet. And I think that this is actually a really, really great thing, that you don't have to lock anything up for a certain amount of time. That makes me feel a little bit better. So is this project fully deflationary? That's what it sounds like. If they're automatically burning tokens and then they're giving people rewards and incentives for providing to the liquidity pool and whatnot, it sounds pretty deflationary to me. And I actually like that everything is so automatically done. It makes it easy, and I like that there's no lockup periods. So they are seen on CoinGecko, which that is a big deal. Not everybody gets listed on CoinGecko. You do have to apply. They're on DEX Tools, Uniswap, and Blockfolio. Again, with Blockfolio, you have to apply for it. They just don't take anyone. Over here is going to be the distribution of tokens. 37.5% for pre-sale, initial Uniswap liquidity 30%, seed investors 25%, team funds vested over 2 months 5%, and development and marketing 2.5%. This is actually a really great allocation for the funds, and I like that the market development and marketing and the team funds are actually a lot smaller than some of the bigger funds over here, with the especially with the initial Uniswap liquidity and the pre-sale, because that's basically helping those that have actually invested in it. Sometimes we look at teams' allocations and the amount is a lot higher than that. Let's talk about some of the Q2 things that are happening for Rise token. So Q2 of 2021, they have a new partnership to announce to create additional transaction, generating more tokens for holders Rise, utilizing frictionless yield launch of governance platform, which we kind of talked about that. And Q3 enhancements. Implement Chainlink price oracles to further enhance adaptable dynamic peg function, further enhance the Rebase dashboard to pull in additional feeds. This is great. I love the fact that they're going to be partnering with Chainlink. However, let's watch and see if that comes to fruition. Lastly, I want to show you guys the robust dashboard. I like the way that it's set up. It's very clean. It's very easy to read. They've got the current rebase, the current rise price, next rebase, it tells you exactly when that's going to happen, the seller tax, the target price, circulating market cap, transaction tax, buys are free, rebase lag. And I like the fact that there is a transaction tax that allocates that to go back in liquidity pool or different things for the community. And I like that the buys are free. That's pretty cool. And it also incentives you to go ahead and purchase the token or invest in it because you're not paying that tax on it. This is the rebase log over here, and they also have total rise holders, and it's pretty transparent. You can actually see when and how much different people are holding. It gives you the total amount of wallets and the date, which I think that's outstanding and very transparent. Down over here is going to be the rebase history. All rebasing token projects should have this history. So it's going to show you if it was accurate or if they did what they promised to do. And so far, it looks like they've kept their promise with what they said that they were going to do currently. Down over here, it says the total rise sent to the black hole. Again, this is needed to keep it deflationary, and it's very transparent, and it tells you the exact time and date and amount when this happened. And the rise price. It's going to give you a nice chart over here to let you know what the price was, the date, and the time, and of course, the rise circulating market cap. Overall, I thought that this was a really cool project, and I was very impressed with some of their governance models. It actually is deflationary, and I really like their dashboard. It is very transparent, and this is a project that I actually do like, and I would consider investing in myself. If you guys want to contact the team, make sure to do so, and that will have all the social links down below. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.